What's up, Spikelings? The stream's only source of entertainment, Esther here, welcoming you back to the Shark Typhoon. Today, we're changing things up with actual jokes and some real joy in the stream. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have fun for a change.
VIP, another VIP. So Misty Rainforest go. Okay, so this time we'll actually play the Channeler and then save the Bauble for the Magda. Welcome to the club, Ariel. What if I queue into myself? Like, probably would be breaking TOS. So they are. I guess. Sorry. I should be surveilling now. Sorry. Do I have time? No. I should play the Bauble now. Get my surveil. But then just not crack it till I have Magda down. It's a little too late. Ravioli, 10 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Difference between mod and VIP. Not a big difference. Seems like also not getting punished. Once he gets to keep all my winnings from the count. I don't think that they're gonna like cash it in and throw a party or anything, but I suppose. They also supply these accounts with play points already, so not infinite play points, a finite amount of play points. Well, I'm just giving it a go. It's good that these accounts exist. We'll see. So I want them to binding this Magda instead of the Channeler because I have two Magdas, right? Yeah, I just want to be doing a healthy mix of the two accounts for now. Will decks play Lush Portico and Xanders without a companion? It could be Rhinos. Some 4-color variants could be it. Could I guess be Gorios? Not creativity. They would not play Misty or Lush Portico. Could be a few different things. We don't really need to think too much about it because we have like no other way we could sequence this. You can't cash out. You're allowed to trade unopened chest to your spec account. That is cashing out. I'm not allowed to, no. But that wouldn't be it. I can't cash out from this account, but I can trade my chest to my other account. And then I can do whatever I want with them. No. That's just money laundering. that's Magic Online money laundering. If you could play a control list for a big tournament, which one would I pick? Creativity, probably. Does that count? Okay, about 2 minutes later, my Magda resolves. We're not done with this turn, of course. Let's do about a minute of deciding to block or not. Okay, then I'm gonna crack my Bauble. Am I allowed to give away treasure just to viewers? No, but I have some playpoint redemptions I can give away. I have 3 more. I was saving them for times we're playing against very slow opponents, which we are in one of these times. Let's see how long my opponent takes on this. We may do a giveaway for that. Brickmaster, 23 months. Think we'll come back. Taps for green. Cycles Lorien revealed. Wow. So they're not drawing that force negation. Just going to crack this Bauble on their upkeep. That is another tap treasure token. Just love when Magda makes 2 treasure tokens on turn 2. It's like so crazy. Should not open chests. I think it's good to open them because people like to see what you get. Okay, I'm going to queue up or pull up one of the codes. So if you're interested in getting 120 play points, courtesy of Daybreak Games through the conduit of me, I guess. I'm giving away the first 2 of these. So you're gonna have to type a word that we'll determine in a second, and then nice, great draw. You're gonna have to type a word in the chat, and then one of you will be randomly selected, and then that person I will whisper you message on Twitch the code. So let's do exclamation point giveaway. Slow play. So type the words slow play all in lower caps here, lowercase. I don't think you have to type exclamation point. I think you just have to type the word slow play. Just do both. Just do both, just in case. maybe exclamation point. I think you just have to type the word slow play. Just do both, and you cover your bases. As we try to make a dragon here.
It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
And then, okay, I'll give it a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to type, is it end giveaway? Exclamation point, I'll try end. End giveaway. The giveaway seems to be unstoppable. Or it's you just give away again. Okay, I see. But did it say, did we miss who won? The winner is the Meat Eights. A worthy winner as well. Okay, so I will message you your code on Twitch here. Congratulations. Play a fun deck. So they leyline binding the token instead of bouncing the token with Teferi, and then they bounce the binding with Teferi instead, which is an interesting sequence of events. So I can field their Xander's Lounge to tax their Delirium a little bit here. Let's just go ahead and... I guess I just want to tap that on their turn for the crime committing. Sorry, I should have also attacked first. Getting a little flooded here. I need the first giveaway to mature. Okay, sorry. So I'll just go ahead and give a reward one of the other codes. This happened last time. Seems like we're doing 2 winners per giveaway on accident. We'll figure it out. Don't know how many more of these codes we'll end up getting, but I have one more after this. We'll go away later. Just actually reading emails. So Teferi's dead. You just catch up for emails, or catch up on emails in between turns. Okay, so for the next giveaway, we're really going to have to get it down pat, because I only have 1 code, so no more of the double stuff. Reward, your code has been sent to you. Congratulations. So they have a binding in their hand, and now it's going to cost 3 mana at the moment. Likely 2 if they get a red source here. What surprise, it's 1,200 play points, which is like $12 of Magic Online currency. Andy Livin, 17 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Next out of the lounge. 1,200. Yeah, 1,200. Oh, sorry, 120. You're right, 120. Sorry, not 1,200. Whatever the $12 is worth. Okay, so binding's still 3 mana. They shock and breeding pool. So they're just gonna hardcast a Solitude. So imagine they're going after Magda, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and cycle the claws. Maybe we could go after Misty. Because of Ren and 6. Don't know how much Ren and 6 matters, though. Ring is also obviously an awesome draw here. Way ahead on life points. I definitely want to field, but also like... Yeah, especially drawing Sunken Citadel. I don't want to have to like use treasures to field and do the thing, because I want to draw another Magda and be able to dragon immediately. So we're very likely to just play Sunken Citadel and start using that to field every turn. Don't need another one of these. Do they have Force of Negation? We know they have Force of Negation in their deck. Yeah, here they're pitching Subtlety. They just shuffled away the earlier copy that we had seen. So it looks like they can start getting in with the Solitude. We still have Jegantha, should we Bizzle. Was there no good root shell? No, we trophied with like the Jund. I think the Jund roots build we had was pretty good. And I mostly have stopped playing roots because I just don't think there's a better list than that list. And we'll play it again at some point. Andy, 17 months. Black with the 6 months. Thank you all. You're doing well. Alright, I think I want to start off by fielding, so I'm not messing with my surveil. Let's go after their white sources. Getting them off double white seems pretty doable here. We have 6 total mountains in our deck, so we have 3 more to search up. So we guess the last field will not get a mountain. That'll probably be okay. My opponent chooses not to use the ability. Gonna go into field again. I think at this point I'm just gonna probably cash in a treasure so I can stop my opponent from like using the One Ring. Strip mine, strip mine, strip mine. So I wonder if they have a forest in their hand. Usually they play one of each Bant basic, these 4-color lists. Strip mine, but we get to land. Better. Just gonna attack first, then heat after theoretical blocks. So they should give me Delirium. See if we can scry into something useful for next turn. Just putting a land in the yard is at least something. Basically draw a card here. So Solitude down. Opponent's down to just 3 lands in play, 8 life points, no more Solitude, 2 cards in hand. We have another field to blast them next turn. Have Jegantha still. We should be able... I guess we can't necessarily... Because we don't have enough 7th basic, I don't think we can field and Jegantha. We could just Jegantha instead. Probably want to field. Opponent down to 14 minutes on the clock. But rest assured, when they hit like 4 minutes, they're going to play faster than anybody you've ever seen. Let's field before surveilling. Oh, I guess this one doesn't shuffle. Or you may search your library for basic. Okay, so I could have just said no. So I could have still surveilled, I guess. They have a binding, but they're down to just an island and a plains. Certainly not the best. We get to put Jegantha into our hand here. Get no more basics. You have more fields in the deck. Let's see what they're drawing. Shardless Agent. Okay, so they were rhinos the whole time. Makes sense with the 14 negations and the fire ice. Very odd game. So I was going to go Jegantha and then channel Sokenzan. I suppose now I'll just, play the Fable off of both these treasure tokens so I can loot away the mountain. Will they force? No force. They drew a green source for Agent. They're in the game. They do not. We are up a game against 4-color rhinos. So they likely also have Scion. Let's bring in the Flame Slashes. I think this is probably where we're going to be. We are kind of weak to Leyline Scion, but there aren't too many Leyline Scion decks at the moment. If you want to prep for it, you can like play a basic forest on the side and a bunch of pick your poisons, but I don't love that plan. I guess it's nice that you can make green off the treasures kind of easy too. Okay, while my opponent's sideboards, I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back.
It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. 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 What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
I can barely see Mickey in the me. It's your friend, Aspiring Spike. So funny.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring.
Did you have almost every card in the second available for Timeless? Cool. But the field plans are pretty good in Timeless. My opponent's gotta be the most double queued ever. The most double queued 4-color gamer you've ever seen. So on the draw against 4-color, his hand is pretty good if we draw land. Having the ring, I think, is pretty nice. Having turn 1 Ragavan's nice. We have 23 lands to draw into. If we miss on our land drop, but we hit with Ragavan, it's okay. I think I'm going to give this a reluctant keep. Pretty borderline. Puts on a bold 5. Feeling okay about that. Like, the thing is, they're rhinos, so the Ragavan is, like, pretty likely to hit them. And also, like, double channeler can be really nice against rhinos. Feeling okay. No Leyline's good to see. Not even clear that they're playing Leyline necessarily. They're leading on an Arid Mesa. Something that like really shocks me about slow players of Magic Online that seems to be so common and so like just ubiquitous amongst them is they all have upkeep stops. Why how are you down 8 minutes with an upkeep stop? It's like you couldn't catch me dead down 8 minutes with an upkeep stop on my opponent's turn playing Rhinos with Violent Outburst Band. I don't know if it's like, I don't think Magic Online even has a default upkeep stop on. I think that this is something they add. I don't get it. I guess it's because they're double queuing. They're double queuing and they're playing a game where the upkeep stop is relevant. Just likely what's going on. Yeah, it is dealing a pretty intense amount of psychic damage. The Shotgun Breeding Pool. I have another Lauren revealed, maybe. Dismember. So they're down to 13. So hopefully we can, a red source to play 2 channelers this turn could be pretty nice. I think I should probably play this. I want to get the second Surveil kind of bad. Does it count as angle shooting if you set upkeep stop only when you play against Spike? So opponent does not have land number 3. That's good news. In my upkeep, they're trying to cast Leyline Binding, maybe. This is ice. Okay, it is ice. So we can't field them this turn. I could go dash Ragavan into Channeler. I feel like I would just probably rather go Channeler Claws. So there's land. Yeah, we can get Delirium by like casting Unholy Heat, although we won't necessarily be able to deal 4 damage. But I'm gonna keep the 4th land. I have the One Ring in my hand. It's not the untapped 4th land. It's not that complicated. B_Sin. Thank you for the 44 months, brother. Time fucking flies, huh? I attack my opponent for 1. Whenever they feel like taking the damage, they can take it. That's up to them. So a lot of people aren't double queuing, just living like at the office, but in the background, taking care of kids. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just, going through the same... I'm just an NPC, and I'm just going through the same dialogue tree I have to every time we have an opponent who's clearly double queued with something else. And then part of the dialogue tree is like, maybe they're not playing 2 Magic Online matches. Maybe they're apparent. It's apparent that they're apparent. I went to a bookstore with Esther yesterday, and we found these like little books. It's like how to traumatize your kid. I bought a few of them, and I gave one of them to a friend of mine who's a father of 2. I pass them out to all the parents in our friend group. Yeah, we did beat the 80 card Death and Taxes deck. We lost to the green-black scam rack deck, presumably rack deck. So 4-1 last league. So they don't have a basic forest in their decks, and they didn't have one last time. They've kept a card on top. Yeah, so I think I want to field away that card on top, and I want to sack potentially the second Demolition Field. If I maybe just like fielding the Portico is correct, so that I could just keep them off of Shardless Agent next turn. Will I go to Amsterdam? So I'm going to play in my regional championship at the end of this month. And then if I qualify for Amsterdam, I'll play in Amsterdam. I really dislike how close these 2 events are. But if I qualify, I'll go. And I think if I don't, I'm just not going to at this point in time. I have several other trips with Esther planned this year at the moment. Or not several. I have like 2 other trips planned with Esther. So I don't really want to play plan on also doing another European trip this year. Maybe next year. So there's a binding. What does Shinka do in this deck? It commits crimes, but we have legends in the deck to give it first strike. That part should be That part should be kind of obvious, right? What is the card? Enters and tap taps for red, gives legend first strike. We have 8 legends in the deck. We actually we used it to commit a crime against Shieldred, though, earlier. They gave us an extra treasure for Lethal Dragon, which was fun. So get them off green mana. And then any field after this is gonna potentially be a strip mine. Strip mine rampant growth. There's a deck text in. Oh, thank you. Okay. Is Pioneer something to look at considering the game speed? Considering the game speed. Is Rimrock Knight really the next best dwarf? Might be. Yeah, I don't know if Koyati is the best dragon for the Magda ability. I agree you don't really want to play like mini things that are mostly just like Magda ability. Probably just gonna play the ring post combat, to be honest. I could sack my claws and then I could heat and try to find Delirium, but I think I should just cast the One Ring, and if their last 2 cards are Force of Negation blue card, then they're out of cards in hand and I'm ahead. And if they're not Force of Negation blue card, I have the One Ring and I'm ahead, so seems fine. I'm actually gonna keep the Flame Slash, because like the biggest thing my opponent can do is Rhinos me, and I wanna just be able to double slash the Rhinos if that happens. Good calls of distance, calls on board. Hey, it's better than Relic in this deck, and Relic is a good card. So, by the transitive property. Okay, the Rimrock looks really bad in the deck. I understand that's a dwarf for this Magda. I don't know that you need to care about dwarf count that much. Like, you have Toolcraft, which is good, but also like just like this Magda plus a Springleaf Drum is going to let you make a treasure every turn, which is kind of just good enough. So I would probably not play the Rimrock Knights. I would do a deep dive on the dragons, which I would guess you've already done that, but if I was building it, the first thing I would do is do the dragon deep dive and determine, are there any better dragons to play than what we have here? And the answer is unclear to me at this time. So we're gonna go Magda slash and then heat on my opponent's turn to commit another crime on their turn. Or I guess I have the claws. I have the claws, so maybe I will heat on my turn. Yeah, Mutavault is nice for dwarf count too. So I kind of the bare minimum what I'm saying here is that get these Rimrock Knights out of the deck. And then I think it's very hard. Also to some extent, and this might sound kind of weird to say, but like 2-drops in Modern, like there just haven't been like that many playable ones, like 2-mana creatures. Like Tarmogoyf is like pretty mediocre, and so for the longest time it feels like you have Dauthi Voidwalker and Bowmasters, and then you have they get the Cavern on Beast, so we're up against Titan here. You have like Stoneforge wasn't quite good enough, is now a lot better with like Coat and Aegis. And like as far as like value 2-mana creatures to play, is like Bowmaster Voidwalker were good. Tarmogoyf is like kind of fringe, and like beyond that there just really wasn't that much, and so it's nice that they've printed like Magda, Sotoro, and they've made Stoneforge a lot better too. Yeah, there's Kavu also. Kavu's good. Yeah, but there just weren't that many like good 2-mana creatures. There's some for sure. I like to see that there's more now. And TNT is good. Yeah, there's some, but just Inti's also an example of a recent like playable 2-mana creature in Modern. There's a Primeval Titan. Does my opponent have 2 untapped lands in their hand? Always tough to lose the Dire against Titan. We've got 4 Damping Spheres on the sideboard. I'm choosing to play Damping Sphere over over Moon as a hate card because it's 2 mana instead of 3, and 3 is just kind of like too slow on the draw. And 3 is also when our fields get online, so they think there's a little bit of tension there. Right now I'm bringing in the Spheres and the Shattering Sprees, not the Needles. I am cutting all 4 copies of Lightning Bolt, and I think I'm cutting all 4 copies of the Claws. Seems to make sense. Is Alpine Moon not good? It's Damping Sphere is like a really good sideboard card against Titan. Alpine Moon is like pretty mediocre against them. And we also don't really want more Saga hate because we just have 8 fields in the main. Like Alpine Moon is mostly good against Urza Saga, which is not as relevant for us to play. I was about to ask about Grist with Cavernous Souls. Reread it, it says it's also an insect. Too cute to brew. You can Cavernous Souls a Grist. You can play a bunch of Changelings and then plus Grist. Something people have done. Yeah, we'll keep Triple Field, Channeler Heat on the play against Titan. It's not a super good hand. Have to mulligan this in the draw with no Sunken Citadel. Value NT would be fun. I have played very little value NT. We had a build with NT and Asmo that I thought was pretty good, and I would maybe play again. Like never heating. I would maybe play again. But I NT just like as a random S2 drop is a card I just have never really loved. But yeah, you could probably play 1 copy of it and it would be okay. Maybe could have saved the mountain. It was kind of tough for them to not play into it. Kind of wild our mono red deck isn't a Blood Moon deck. Well, we just have a lot of utility lands, and Blood Moon is just too slow against Titan a lot of the time. It really just is not enough in a huge chunk of games. Another bounce land. And another Grazer. Puts a card on top. So we'll be, fielding that away. A lot of lands drawn, I guess. So I think I'm gonna heat whichever Grazer they end up blocking. Or a Grazer that they end up blocking with. So graveyard another field. Graveyard this as well. It's not the worst draw, but optimistic to try to get some more delirium going. 1 type away now. Could have been okay to keep on top and just go like field of the Fable. Maybe that was better. We have better draws too. Not sure. Best play is. One's got 5 cards in their hand over there. So I guess we go Damping Sphere, hold up Demolition Field. Can maybe just field the Valakut. If they played a Saga, I would definitely want to field that instead. Having Delirium here is nice. Could pretty easily get Besage. I'm gonna keep this Unholy Heat. So now I just kind of don't want to field, I guess. Put on Amulet, seems like a slow draw. I think everything you said here is true. Unholy Heat is her Endurance is a pretty good card though. On Titan, haven't seen an Amulet. Brother, they got Amulets in their deck. They're playing all these freaking bounce lands. You're silly. I think I don't really want to draw Unholy Heat anymore. I'm going to field. Oh, only 2 basics. That'd be kind of normal now. I'm not keeping up the most with Titan builds, I guess. So unlikely to heat until I untap. Just to give myself the best chance of actually killing the Endurance. They bounce their commercial district, which kind of implies they don't have a Titan in their hand, or maybe they just have another untapped land. Maybe I should heat now, because it's kind of okay if I don't kill the Endurance, but if I find like another Field of Ruin or something, it's just worth so much. So now we get, we get Delirium, which is great. In the graveyard, this heat could end up getting punished for doing that. Yeah, but this is exactly what we wanted. Not too often that you like play a really relevant Jegantha against Titan. Okay. So do they have another Boseiju? Doesn't seem like they do, so they should not be able to cast a Titan here without something special happening. Summoner's Pact for Endurance, maybe? For Roxanne, which is not currently castable. And it's kind of like far away from being castable, right? Like they have to go like this steps for one. Yeah, there's so they need actual basic mountain or like stomping ground to cast Roxanne. Finks 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Roxanne. Also, Roxanne doesn't kill anything, so I guess they only have one endurance. If they had bounced something besides the commercial district, but even then, Roxanne also costs 6 mana, so even basic mountain doesn't do it. 6 mana because of the damping sphere. The old surveil concede. Rocks. Thanks again, Finks. Inspiring Spike, Team Kendrick, or Tim Drake. I've been long time Drake hater, long time Kendrick glazer. I usually find like rap beef to be pretty boring, but it's been pretty juicy so far. Went to the Big Steppers tour 2 years ago. Yeah, you could maybe play like one Flame Slash. Not sure. Well, keeping this. Opponent keeps 7. Turn 1 Relic. Really want to just play 2 channelers next turn. Probably should be playing Damping Sphere. Yeah, play the Damping Sphere. People shaving enough graveyard hate so I could play Goryo's again. Does not seem like it. We're main decking for Scrabbling Claws. Not that this deck is, super typical. I'll keep that on top. Almost definitely playing Fable next turn, but there's a pretty realistic world where I get to snag 2 things with it, or just the Relic could be good with me having 3 channelers. Although I'm likely to discard at least one of the channelers, since it's kind of hard to like play more than one mana spell with my own Damping Sphere in play. Preview the Ragavan, which will get relicked. I feel like we've kind of drilled the nuts here. We have a good hand. we have a lot of hate against Titan, and that is because I hate Titan a lot. We have a lot of hate because I hate it a lot. It's kind of easy formula here. But they cycle the relic. Interesting. They play the Boseiju, but they also wouldn't have been able to use the Boseiju on the Damping Sphere anyways because they didn't have green mana. They play Fire Spout. They can bounce land and then do the thing. I'm going to discard, I think, Basic Mountain and the Unholy Heat. Maybe Shattering Spree. Let's do Shattering Spree. Magda's kind of interesting. Besieging the field, fielding the Besage could have been interesting this turn. Maybe do that next turn. We draw another copy of Den of the Bugbear. I'm going to besiege you the field, or field the besiege you, sorry. I keep saying that backwards for some reason. So that I can stop them from going bounce land into besiege me. Has had a ton of cards banned throughout its history. What are you smoking? So they banned Once Upon a Time, Field of the Dead, and Summer Bloom. Anything else? It's pretty good Bajuka Bog. Oh, yeah, Valakut pre-banned. Okay, so you got a One Ring, I got a One Ring. I'm gonna copy Channeler end of turn instead of main phase for the extra Surveil. Hold the Field of Ruin up. Puts down to 17 life points. Such a low life total. Victory did multiple times for lethal. Yeah, not today, but in general, yeah. Reduke taught me if you activate did multiple times, you get multiple goblin tokens. Did you need to change? If you about to recognize? We have. I think right now we have both usernames registered, so it just registers both. This is Roxanne. Roxanne. Imagine my opponent doesn't play a third ring here. How magical would that be? Fantasy, essentially. We could probably just have lethal, right? Because we can like go into turn, copy Channeler, untap, copy Channeler, heat our own reflection, surveil 4 times, and then we're only 1 type away from Delirium, so we'll probably get there. And then we have 12 plus 2 plus 4 potentially. Looks like people. They could have an endurance, maybe. Okay, opponent plays a Myconsyth Guard. Okay, maybe I can Unholy Heat that. So they don't have a Valakut. I think we've been like up like 5 or 6 minutes every game so far. It's, pretty normal, I guess. But it looks pretty dead. We're gonna transmute to West. So yeah, I think if they, so one thing here is they can't Summoners Pact for Endurance because of the Damping Sphere. Unless they get Force of Vigor than Endurance. We're also gonna draw like 3 cards, so we could potentially get Delirium twice over because we're gonna have 4 Channelers in play. So go all the way down to 19. Well, I guess playing multiple spells is easier said than done. So if I heat, can I go Bauble? So Bauble for 0, heat for 2 mana. Yeah, I can still also activate the Den. Good thing we did, because we would have bricked on Delirium. I commit a crime. Tap token, but we'll just commit it. Pick your poison. Okay, now I will Unholy Heat the Dryad. We need a creature or enchantment. Already have artifact. There we go. Would have been pretty rough. So we'll see if they have endurance. There, they did. Right. 12 plus 2. Well, I guess they're just dead. 12 plus 2. I guess they're just dead anyways if they don't have endurance. Because the ring. Oh, so it's 14. Sorry, that's one short. I thought this was 15. Oh, but 14 plus 3. 14's gonna go. I'm just thinking, should I hold up the fields or should I activate Den? Because this is They're 14, 12, 14. Okay, my opponent concedes. They concede, but I want to make sure that it was better to either hold up field or activate the den. So we're 6-1 on the day. It's pretty good. Maybe look at the overall record. How much I'm going to be like switching between the two, but I'm just trying to see how this one feels, I guess. I still have the Aspiring Spike account, of course, and we'll still be using it pretty often. So, Island, Preordain, both on the bottom. Just gonna play my Citadel turn 1 here. Oh, Twiddle Storm, cool. Too bad I don't have. I have 4 Damping Spheres in the sideboard, which is very good against them. Field of Ruin effects a lot worse without Shadow Spears. Could just be dead here. The Claws also help a little bit against their Breach plan. It's gonna bolt them twice. It's not the best hand, huh? Let's go to second Fable and then probably the Heat. So I would be remiss if I didn't field them and they were playing they were skimping on basics. Also putting the Oracle in the yard this turn could be kind of a problem. You won't need a ring here, prob. It's just 4 mana draw. Yeah, maybe playing Second Fable is better. Yeah, maybe playing Second Fable is better. Either way, it's just we're gonna have a slow clock. Seems like their hand is pretty bad. Them having the Oracle in the main deck. They're also playing Scalding Tarn. I just wonder if they're not playing the breaches because I don't feel like they usually put Oracle in the main. Can Twiddle Storm win at instant speed? No, but it can win with Oracle through the ring. Yeah, usually it's a breach variant. I've played some non-breach variants, just kind of exploring that avenue. I do think the breach builds are better. It's just so weird because, like, why do they have Oracle in the main deck if they're playing Wish? Like, are they not playing Wish? Yeah, they are playing Wish. I don't know why there's an Oracle in the main deck. We'll go ahead and pack it in here. Yeah, forgot the D sideboard. So when we're bringing the Damping Spheres, also Needle on the ring is pretty important. So we just cut our rings, I think. Although we're kind of like lacking on cards that do anything at this point. Like sometimes they do bring in creatures, but I don't think we need to be that scared. So I guess we'll just play a couple of rings. Ever tried 8 Blast Shell with ring? Yeah. I think those shells are pretty okay. Is Born Upon a Wind not played in Twiddle? Seems like a cool card. Is it Born Upon a Win or Wind? You may cast spells as stress they had flash, draw a card. People do like that card. It's, kind of a rough card to play, maybe. We have a turn 3 ring on the play. That could maybe dig us for a Damping Sphere. What was the reason for no Blood Moon? I think Damping Sphere is better than Blood Moon in a big way. So it's like not that complicated, but we have a lot of utility lands, and against Tron and Titan, you can have a three mana sideboard card, which is fine in games where you're on the play. But if you have a 3 mana, like a Blood Moon by itself on the draw is not good enough against Tron or Titan. So I've just been favoring Damping Sphere because it's 2 mana in these matchups. Probably plays 2 basics, right? So we can start getting our crime committing down. We can go Claws maybe plus field this turn. And field is kind of nice if they just happen to only play 2 basics. But I think I should just play my ring and then try to use this to dig for a damping sphere. Okay. Did not find the damping sphere. Also seems like it's probably just best to hold up mana here. To like either commit a crime to set up for mana for Magda or just like drag enough Magda. Or the ability to like Scrabbling Claws to stop them from comboing with Breach. So they play their own copy of the ring with no more mana available right now. So fielding them seems okay. I think that's what we'll do, despite me giving them maybe the ability to like twiddle onto the ring. So another treasure token. We get at least 4 looks at a damping sphere here. We have 4 in the deck, and we're 15 cards deep at the moment. So missed on our first look. Missed again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the claws. Maybe the claws are like really no. The claws just won't be enough. We need damping sphere this turn, or we're gonna lose. Could technically draw it off the ring. Again, yeah, I really just do not feel like we could possibly win this game without drawing damping sphere here. Like Twiddle Storm when they untap with the ring is just so deadly. All right, 21 cards deep. Couldn't find it. Make him kill us. Claws instead of hers because claws is cheaper, or the second ability claws is both important and cheaper. You want to be able to go 1 into 2. Yeah, they just like can't fizzle. Let's back it in. I think against Jegantha I want to have cards that impact the board at some time. Okay, opponents on the play with I assume they just had a ley line because of how slow they're playing, but I guess not. What do you mean this was before Buzz Crusher legal? Someone talked about Shadow Spear, Field of Ruining, Lotus Field. I said we've done that before in Pioneer, and that was before Buzz Crusher was legal. Opponent, after a nice minute, takes a minute, Spire Bluff Canal, Preordain. Bauble. So not Murktide because they're playing Jegantha. So this could be like Leyline Scion Murktide, which, you know, it's nice they don't have the Leyline right now, but Leyline plus Scion's tough for us to beat. Could also just be like Storm, but like the baubles are kind of weird. Oh, it could be, it's Prowess. It's Prowess. It's like for sure Prowess. Final answer. So they keep a card on top. I think I'm just going to go ahead and field them here. Shuffle that card away. Surprised to see no other Magda players. Yeah, Magda's been really good. It's just kind of, you know, maybe tricky to build. Definitely been liking Magda a lot. All right, you got a mutagenic growth. It's good news. So Magda's obviously really fragile here. I'm gonna field and play Magda. I just want to use my mana and then before I play the ring. Magda will probably die. Although they've already used one of their bolts. Can't Magda then field, of course. Really liking playing Ring deck with completely painless mana base. Definitely feel that in this deck too. Makes you looking powerful or weak so far. Powerful for sure. We're still very early into spoiler season, but you can. I did a YouTube video talking about my thoughts on the card so far. You can maybe check out. So we're gonna play the field. We're not gonna use it right now though. Cast the Wandering. We may end up double fielding next turn, so you want to play it for turn, of course. All these lists have like somewhere between 2 and 4 basic mountains, usually 3. Okay, 3 1-drops. May just play second ring this turn after fielding. So your Monarch's Phoenix deck is wondering about Force of Negation, which you might play to remove it. You can play Serum Visions. If you cut the Force of Negations, you should go -1 land, +1 Gut Shot, +4 Serum Visions, which is something we've played before. I do think the Force of Negations are correct to play, so you know you can work your way up there if you're cutting them for budget reasons. So if I really like my top card, I'm not going to field here. Yeah, I think I really like that. Let's keep it. I'm gonna heat the channeler on their upkeep so they can't dig for breach. Yeah, you don't want to play Relic in a Dragon Rage's channeler Unholy Heat deck. Other Heat is really good. Yeah, main deck Wild Slash could get me pretty good. Sometimes they do that. Exile Scalding Tarn. Plays another Soulscar Mage. 3 cards in their hand. They decide, are they going to Wild Slash me? No, they're just going to see if the One Ring still gives protection from everything. Looks like it still does. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. Field their Steam Vents. Actually, only have 1 basic left. Looking for another burn spell if possible. I think I'm going to dash Ragavan as well. They could pretty easily have a Lava Dart, but if they have Dart, I would prefer for them to use half of it on this turn right now. Zosh with the 17 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That's a deal I'm willing to make. I'm expecting my opponent to crack their fetch here, but it's pretty bad if they don't, and I just lose the game because I don't draw the Lightning Bolt or Heat off this Bauble. Don't think. Oh, okay. They're gonna fetch in response to me targeting them with Bauble. We'll allow that. So they have a Lightning Bolt, which is bad news. I guess I should just be main phasing this then to try to dig for another burn spell. So they have the draw off the Bauble. Yeah, Tutors is off streaming, I think, for medical reasons. I don't know if he intends to come back, but okay, are we super cooked? Looking pretty cooked. Play it up. Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Okay overall, just dealing with this stuff. I think I've heard Dingo talk about this on stream too. I'm sure he'd be, touched to know y'all are thinking about him. Love Demonic Tutors. It's also tough because we know that their last card in hand is, or one of their last 2 cards in hand is Bolt. So if they don't quite finish me off this turn, we're gonna still not be in very good shape. Good to know that they only have 2 basic mountains though. So they play a Channeler, which will let them draw a lot of cards. Then they bolt my Channeler. Yeah, I mean, keep playing it out. So I got Damping Sphered as prowess recently, and it was like really good. I think I'm gonna bring these in. Maybe 3 instead of 4, but maybe 4. Having a hard time imagining we're gonna win, but we'll keep letting them do their thing. Seems very reasonable versus the Breach deck, yeah. Yeah, it's basically like Meddling Mage, Breach. And then just kind of also good against the rest of their deck. It was like really annoying to play through. Enlightened Master, 3 months. Thank you, welcome back. We could maybe play Dragon's Claw on our sideboard. It's been a long time since I registered Dragon's Claw. But there is like a lot of prowess and like some burn right now. It's obviously it's not like the best card against burn, but it's pretty nice. Thanks again, Enlightened Master for the 3. Guess we can be thankful that they didn't find this mutagenic growth earlier. How many wizards do you need for Wizard's Lightning and Retort to be playable? Parentheses, Pioneer. Wizard's Lightning seems to be doing pretty well in Pioneer from what I can gather. Kerberos, 3 months. Let's fucking go. Okay, so we're gonna need another ring and then like to never tap it. Okay, there. Okay, maybe you can tap once. So we don't have any more basics to get. Just kind of a problem. But, you know, neither do they. Thing is, we're just dead to like a Lava Dart or a Lightning Bolt, and they have they just have like so many cards. Like, how can they not have one before we kill them? It's the 3rd wizard after Soul Scar and Slickshot. I don't know that you need more than that in the mono red aggro deck, but there's a few you could play. No, you can never cast a plotted card with Flash. So this ring we never tap. They surveilled Lava Dart into the yard. I can concede a little faster. Okay, spheres in, slashes in. Could cut the baubles. No, baubles just too important. So you cut Ragavan against the Lava Dart deck. And the ring is kind of interesting, where I feel like it's kind of nice with the Damping Sphere plan. It can be kind of bad if we just get burned out. Look at the Fables, or trim on Fables. Fables kind of mid against them. How do we get these Magic Online players to play faster? I think we've been up 6+ minutes on every single opponent today. Which is okay, but I just wonder if there's anything to be done. Maybe like just getting the client less laggy would probably help a lot. Could give away the last code. Trash talk in the chat. Do what must be done. Complain about something else. I don't know. It's tough. That's something we could do. Yeah, that would maybe be effective. Just feels like it almost feels like you just go through seasons of it though. Like it's not always like this, but the last like 3 or 4 streams, it's been I think particularly bad. Imagine most of my opponents play less than me on daily. Yeah, I almost everybody plays less than me. But you know, it's just been a feeling I don't think especially bad lately. So on the play, we've got a pretty interesting 7 against prowess. I think I'm gonna give this one a keep. Obviously, way better if this is a mountain, but we just have we just really have time to draw our second land. Maybe I should save the Bauble. Yeah, we should cycle it. Yeah, we could just like get Balacha going downtime. Play on the aspiring spec account was the suggestion. But talk about something else. I wish I had like an interesting take on the Drake Kendrick stuff, because that stuff's interesting. Sawa, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome everybody. My opponent has decided to keep their hand after a little bit of time. They let me play the Sunken Citadel. Now we go to their turn. I didn't play the Bauble. Although there's reasons to not play the Bauble. Maybe it just end up getting super rewarded. Nice. Committing the crime. So get the extra mana from the treasure, which is something we did need pretty badly. And then if they don't kill my Magda, it's going to take over the game, potentially. Notably, we can't tap our Citadel for 2 mana. Oh, Surveil a Lava Dart in the yard, that's fine. Can't tap our Citadel for 2 mana with Damping Sphere in play. I haven't played Dark Souls in a while. And it looks like our Magda is going to live. MTGA. Yeah, we could play some Arena. I haven't played Arena in a while either. Oh, but the rope on Arena I think that's probably my favorite part about Arena. If I Field of Ruin them, they can Lava Dart in response to like keep us both -1 land, which is kind of interesting. So maybe we don't want to do that. Draw another Damping Sphere. Can't we field? Oh, we can field Spire Bluff, right? Okay, never mind. Right, better. Okay, so the next spell is going to cost 2 mana, unless it's Bauble, I guess. So this makes colorless, right? Yeah, just double checking. Opponent is maybe checking something too. Gust Channeler pass the turn. So opponent casts Lava Dart in response. So if I Unholy Heat this Soulscar Mage, they can flashback a Lava Dart at the cost, and they can save their Soulscar Mage, but it will cost them a land and a Dart in the yard, and then costing them a land with this in play is kind of nice. I feel like I should probably just cast this. I also get to Surveil, which is pretty relevant. I think I'm gonna probably keep the mountains. Pretty borderline. Plus we go like Field plus Channeler next turn. They opt to not save the Soulscar Mage, which I think is the good ending, maybe. So if they don't find a land off iteration, it'll be hard to get value off of it. Yeah, I guess not that hard if they just have a land in hand or find a Bauble. They did find a Bauble. They're done playing spells this turn. So we untap. I think I want to Field plus Channeler this turn so that I can commit my crime and then be 1 treasure away from activating Magda, which is pretty nice with another copy of Magda in my hand. Land engraved, you do so you don't die. Did I have the ability to, if I graveyard my demolition or my mountain, I would have saved my channeler? That's not true because I didn't have the channeler in the yard at the time. I had Bauble, Bolt, and then I just had Bauble and Bolt on the yard, so I don't believe I could have saved my channeler there, but maybe. Try to listen to Magda more. It's still in the works because it's very. I think that you need to play Bauble if you're playing Magda and Mayhem Devil, which is kind of like the main thing to be trying there. And then there's some tension with that build for sure. Yeah, Damping Spheres do stack. is better than the average draw, especially with the Magda. Can't play the Stamping Sphere though. I guess we could have if we didn't make a dragon, but I think just having the Damping Sphere in play means they're just not gonna be able to combo me, and they're not gonna really be able to catch up from this unless they have like a Disenchant here or Shatter. Makeshift munitions over bombardment, and munition sucks. Yeah, I don't even know what that card does. Okay, on the draw for game 3, I think I might want to play Fable over Ring on the draw. Just for lower curve considerations. Playing one ring is kind of risky because you can't legend rule rings, but I think it's probably okay. Sacrifice artifact creature, 1 damage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can register that card. I'm gonna click the keep button, see how this develops. Could sequence this in a few ways. I'm leading on Channeler, so turn 1 Claws is kind of looking appealing. I think we should probably just play our own Channeler Bauble. If I saw Magda on top, I would have been, I think, somewhat likely to not crack the Bauble, now just like commit to cracking it. Show off is pretty scary. If they end up plotting it, it ends up being kind of nice for me if I play the Sphere. It's like a tap land. Gross start. Very gross start. Graveyard's a pick your poison. Cracks the Bauble, Delirium on the Channeler, getting hit for a lot. Found myself with none of my 11 removal spells in my hand. Let's see what we draw for turn. Another basic mountain. That is, Damping Sphere is a little slow here without any removal on the draw against this really fast start. Claws can help me get them off Delirium. I'm just going to go ahead and target the dart now, so I don't do that on their turn and they just use it. Liberty Prime back online. Dude, I'm getting close to wanting to play Dragon's Claw. I feel like we probably play against Prowess pretty often right now. Not sure where they'd fit exactly. Sounds kind of fun. Wait, so overall record curse. Should have known better. 6-1 into 6-3. Couple tough matches. It's on a Mold of 6 on the play. Basic Swamp. Always kind of like getting thought seized when you're on the draw against a mulligan. Yeah, Dragon's Claw doesn't commit any crimes, huh? The Damping Spheres have been really good, but we could go, like, don't need to play the second Needle. Like 3 Claws, or... Sorry, I'm keeping an Emrakul for now. Well, maybe the mill matchup is good. Our curve is pretty low. We don't have any fetch lands. It's probably not that bad. I shouldn't say that, though, because I'm just going to lose to mill. So they didn't take the Ragavan, so I probably am not going to... Oh, okay, now I'm going to play the Ragavan, but I'm worried about a Bowmaster. We played Manufacture Aether Grid before, and, you know, felt like Aether Grid was, like, not a playable card then, or, like, the worst card in that deck, and the format has just gotten a lot more powerful since then, so... Not exactly a lot closer to registering it, I guess. Kind of excited to put Dragon's Claw in the stack. They're playing against Burn, too. Okay, so they have a push and a Thoughtseize. So they take me the other Ragavan this time. They didn't have a Bowmaster before, so I'm just going to crack this now to play around it some more. Looks like we are up against Coffers confirmed. So they have a ring and then 2 other cards. Hopefully they don't, you know, just land ring. It crimes for Magda. Yeah, I know it crimes for Magda, but you also don't want 3 mana Magda enablers. You want your Magda enablers to be like 0 and 1 mana so that you can use them. Thank you, Rooster. Keep that in mind. Okay, so they have Ring, Mystery Card, they have 1 land on their way here. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the Claws after my opponent decides which basic to get. Oh no, they're out of basics. Okay, they decided to go for Swamp. Getting clean to dusted here would be pretty bad, I suppose. No, I think we're up against Coffers because they are playing the fields and they're playing the ring. Playing the field. So we can get Delirium via a Lightning Bolt. Oh, okay, so they didn't realize the Cling to Dust interaction. They could have, I believe, stopped me from drawing a card by just clinging their own thing. So it has Ring 2 mystery cards. Again, we're rooting for them to not have the 4th land, and it seems like they don't. One of their cards was a Profane Tutor. I'm going to bolt them end of turn here. Or in response to Thoughtseize. So graveyard this bolt. Do not have Delirium because they clinged my land. We have Jegantha. Should we draw a brick? Kind of sad that we can't field anything if we drew a field. Right, 3 is 1/3 of 1. Your turn. The Den of the Bugbear would have been so nice. So they draw their Swamp for turn, which is kind of a nightmare because now they get to just like Profane Tutor for Shieldred. Really needed to dodge them drawing a land for turn here. I'm going to cast Jegantha, of course. And then the needles are definitely coming in. Not sure what we're trimming on. Maybe trim on a claw or two. I'm imagining my opponent grabs Shieldred here most of the time. Maybe grab Coffers. Maybe just I guess they're not shouldn't draw offering first. They should draw after the Shieldred. Yeah. Thoughtseize my Unholy Heat. Let's go to game 2. Like we're trimming Claw a lot. We've done it more over the last couple matches, but that's also okay. You're allowed to trim a card a lot, right? Claws have definitely been nice, I feel. I'm gonna cut the 4th heat also. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I want 3 heats. Let's play 3. So on the play against Coffers, reveal Jegantha. I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm supposed to lead on Claws, so I can just go Magda treasure token next turn. Can this deck play some Saga instead of full 8 fields? We have played 2 builds of Magda with Saga. You can look at those. I think if you want to play Saga, you should play the Inti Asmo version. I really want to play a bunch of fields. I think fields are super good at the moment. I'm really happy to have 8 fields in the deck, and I also think that Saga is like just worse than this ring build, and you can do this. It's just gonna be a different deck. Okay, opponent reading Magda. Save some after stream Hades 2 gameplay. Wait, is Hades 2 out? Or it feels so good right now? Tron and Titan are popular. It's kind of that simple. Fields are also just kind of always good, is one thing too. They're rarely like particularly bad. The early access? Do I want to play early access? Probably. I tend to like to wait till the full thing. They took lightning bolts. So they have Karn? Or do they just have like removal spell for Chandler? Yeah, so is there an ETA on like when the full game will be out? Because if it's like a month, Might just wait a month. If it's like a year, I'll play early access now. Hades 2 to early access until at least into 2024. Given the nature of early access development, we don't have a specific. Okay, we'll play it then. Still into 2024, we'll play it. Could be fun. We used to stream a lot of Hades on the channel. I don't know if I want to do it today. I might also like go on a walk and then eat lunch after the stream and just come back and stream some Hades. Might talk to Esther, see what she wants to do today. Red black version with Jissa for zombies. Which card is Jissa? I have not though, I guess. That's a simple answer. Fleece Main, 13 months, thank you, welcome back. Thoughtseize me. Okay, so we can actually, so we have a fun little back and forth with Claws and Cling to Dust, I suppose. I think I'll just take the 2-for-1, despite it turning off Delirium for me. Then I'm just gonna draw step field to Urborg. 13 more like 33. Did I say 33? Sorry, please. This is a 5-drop, but it's pretty strong. You can't play 5 mana, just 5 mana value cards. You have to ramp into them. I guess Magda ramps? So I have access. I messaged them on Discord and then they sent it to me. So I'd recommend trying that Doom. If you Unholy Heat your own DRC, does it survive? I think it can never survive unless you have counters on it. It should, yes. No, because if you heat your own DRC, you either turn on Delirium and then heat deals 6 damage and it's dead, or Delirium is not on. Oh, sorry. But if this is the last card triggering it, then yeah, sorry, sure. Could heat for the 2 damage, whatever. Right, yeah, sure. If this is the last card, I guess it does. I think I need to draw the Ring or a Fable. Okay, if I don't top deck, Ring or Fable, we'll pack it in. Okay, packing it in. So 4-1 into 2-3. I will, in great shame, delete the overall record. And then do one more?